And sports utes. Mark Manns, truck 5 from pole. Beside him, truck 8, Chris Owen. David Mendham, truck 170 and 54, Jeff Bryant. These guys will be battling for it. With me in commentary, Bob Stansfield, a man who is very well known in off-road racing. Bob, this is excitement plus.
This is very exciting racing, Greg. And as you can see right from the word go, it's on. Hay bales are at risk. We have Bruce Garland and Neville Taylor all the way from Queensland leading the push at the moment. Good mixture of pure stadium trucks and desert cars in this particular event. And keep an eye on the big C20 Chev pickup trophy truck competing here with the stadium trucks.
Well, the crowd are certainly revved up for this one. Have a look at the punishment some of these trucks are taking. Now, truck 5, Mark Manns, the defending champion, he'll be working hard at this one. But he's got some real competition there when you have a look at Gavin Mickle in a new truck for them. And look at Bennett's machine. Boy, that is a monster. It is going to be tough to get past. And you can see here that there's a real mixture of equipment and machinery. But it's the fast line, the inside line that everybody's trying to get a hold of here. And look at the difference in the sizes of some of these pieces of equipment. Now, the real players are the smaller trucks. So it certainly seems, Bob, at least that the smaller trucks have less weight to cope with on the landing. It's just so hard on the suspension.
Well, the small stadium trucks weigh about 1,300 kilos, where the desert cars are 1,300, maybe to 1,500. And, of course, a lot more mass to bounce around. It makes the thing work a lot harder, where the stadium trucks are doing exactly what they were designed for.
Well, here comes Manns. He's having a good look at Bennett. Look at the difference in the size of these two trucks. I'm sure that Bennett's not using the rear view mirrors at this point in time. He's simply got the pedal down and going for it. Manns, his truck turns well, doesn't it? You know, when he wants to get it into the corners, he can do it. But Bennett shuts the door on him big time. Oh, have a look at that. Manns drove out of that. That is absolutely amazing. Puts the blinker on, pulls straight back into the action. Now, that's really showing Bennett's style in it. He's not prepared to argue with anyone for this one. And what could you do if you saw the difference in size between Bennett's and Manns? There's just nothing you're going to be able to do about it. Wayne Haddard, truck 88, now ahead of Manns. And Bennett, gee, that thing is a monster. That would scare the hell out of anybody. Bob, these trucks are so specially built for this job that it's, unless you actually look at one, it's a bit hard to describe what's underneath.
Yes, the whole trick of these stadium trucks, of course, is the suspension. And even though Richard Bennett's driving a traditional desert car, it's still probably got around about 22 inches suspension travel, which is about 540 millimetre. And it is quite a light truck.
Well, it's Owen now who's got the baton and is about to try to battle with Bennett. I think these guys are playing tag and deciding whoever got the short straw, it's your turn to have a go at him as they charge for it. Now, you can see 88, that's Wayne Haddard's machine. They look fairly similar, but I guarantee you they're not the same underneath. Bennett's machine looks awesome over these jumps. This is absolutely fantastic. Now, Owen's decided maybe around the outside might be a little bit safer with this monstrous thing of Bennett's. Meantime, we've got Manns now. He's managed to recover after being shoved into the boondocks. Bennett's thing just flies through the air, and look how the wheels are actually able to stay on the ground, yet the truck itself is moving up and down a couple of feet. Here's Owen up the inside on Bennett. Will he be able to do it, or will Bennett get to the corner first? Because when Bennett gets there first, that's his corner. Bob, a little bit of lap traffic coming into play as well.
Yeah, some of the desert cars, Rod Kilby there, very fierce competitor in desert events, very strong little Hilux he runs there, but little out of his depth in this form of competition.
Yeah, a bit of contact there. I love this full contact motor racing. You don't come across it that often, and you can see all of the action from the bleachers. Owen now putting the pressure on Manns. Manns says, well, it's my turn now. You guys haven't done anything for the last couple of laps. I'll have a go at Bennett and see what we can do. Manns at least knows not to go up the inside.
I think the Bennett truck is getting lighter by the lap. It's more and more plastic and starting to fall off it as the stadium trucks nibble away at his rear end like pit bull terriers. But Bennett's still holding the fort, and Manns is throwing everything he can at him. The suspension travel in these two vehicles almost identical. And Chris Owen's still up there, and Wayne Haddard as well in the brand new Dodge Dakota.
Well, it looks as if Manns has finally worn Bennett down, or maybe just Bennett's suspension starting to get a little tired. Have a look at that. Having just said Bennett's getting into a bit of trouble, the thing was virtually on one wheel. Now it is Manns. He's going to make a break. This is his chance because the others still have to do battle with Bennett. And here comes Owen. He's got the pedal down, but Bennett's just turns in. When you're talking about that kind of mass, I don't think I'd like to be up the inside. Mans looks strong now. He's in free and clear air. Well, it's almost free and clear air as far as he's concerned, and is battling on. And look at the fiberglass hanging off this machine. Bennett's gone to the inside. He's actually run off the track. He's taken Owen with him. Owen's managed to park himself on top of the tyre. Not a problem for these trucks. Simply grab first gear and leave. In fact, majority of them are actually automatic, believe it or not. Here's Bennett again. What a weapon this car is. And talk about specially built for the job. The crowd go absolutely berserk, and with good reason. Look at the travel on the suspension. This is great technology being thrashed by men that are very determined to try and break their toys.
It's suspension designed for stadium racing, but most of the groundwork was done in the deserts. In fact, the big desert trucks have upwards of 30 inches of travel, but do weigh about 3 tonnes, so very heavy trucks, the desert trucks. This is the trophy truck that Richard Bennett's driving, mixing it there with a Chev Corvette in disguise. And Wayne Haddard, as I said earlier, brand new driver of the sport, been in off-roading about 12 months, and certainly in 1 or 2 races has taken to this sport like a duck to water, and is going to be a threat from here on in.
Well, Owen's still having trouble with Bennett. This battle continues as more bits fall off the back of Bennett's machine, and I think the fiberglass pieces probably are worth gathering around as mementos. There'll be plenty of them for the crowd. This is brilliant running here from Bennett. This looks fantastic. Remember that Mans simply left. He's decided he wants out. Here comes Owen up the inside on Bennett. Now, surely he can go on with it from here. Yes, he does. Brilliant running there, and not any contact whatsoever, so he'd be pretty pleased about that. Now, that'll be Haddard, the next man up to try and get past Bennett. We'll have to see how it works out for him. But this action is fantastic. This truck's just falling to pieces. Well, at least the bodywork is. But it lands so hard. It's just unbelievable. It almost looks like radio control car racing, and there's no one in there having to take this punishment. There's Gavin Mickle, truck 7. They're headed for the flag, and it is Mark Mans takes it out. Oh, brilliant run from him. And, gee, be pleased with that. He's worked hard for it. Him and his father, Bill, they deserve this one. Owen gets across the line, and here comes Bennett and Haddard. I think Haddard got through and did it on the Bennett machine, but gee, you've got to hand it to these guys. Absolute brilliant action. Let's take a look at Mark Mans, 32 years of age, a sales manager, and wouldn't you know it, a 96 Chev 454 pickup is his favourite vehicle. He's down in the pits with Lee Diffie.
Thanks, Greg. Well, the finals have been done and won here at Fraser Park, and I have with me the winner of the grand final of the sports trucks category, Mark Mans of Edith Vale, Victoria. Mark, congratulations.
Thanks, Lee. It was a great race. I think we put on a great show there tonight.
Well, I tell you what, you didn't have it all of your own way. It was pretty hard going out there trying to get past Richard Bennett.
Oh, yeah, Richard's a big truck. You know, we were in the sport trucks, which are a little bit smaller than him, a little bit lighter, and when he slams us, man, you feel it. It's a big truck.
Well, I tell you what, you certainly had the crowd on your side, and he sort of seemed to be the bad guy. Everyone was trying to get past him, and unfortunately he didn't finish in the top 3, but good fortune for you taking out the final.
Yeah, we did well, and I think we won every heat just about. So, yeah, the Beef Goodrich Holden Rodeo came through flying colours, and great racing, really good.
Well, Mark Mans says it all. It was pretty exciting, and have a look at this as Bennett shuts the door big time on him. Well, we've got more action coming from Fraser Park. We're coming back later with the